I'd like to get everybody's attention and we'll get today's meeting on the way. We've got lots of recognitions here tonight, so thank you everybody for showing up. Okay, board, you have had a chance to look at the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you. You've also had a chance to look at the meetings from the April 25th meeting. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Right. Board members, we have a lot of special guests tonight, and so this is what is considered our annual meeting of the board, and so we like to do it by celebrating with a lot of good news. And I want to start tonight with introducing our Mayor, Ashley Curry, who's with us. And Mayor Curry is going to do a special presentation for Steve Bendall. Mr. Bendall has been a board member for the past 5 years, and board members serve 5-year terms, and he finished, so he was appointed in 2017 and finished this year as president of the board. And so this is his final meeting, and it's a very somber day for Steve, but we want to recognize the Mayor. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Steve, if you come up and join me, I've got several things. Kimberly, you want to come up and join us? You made it just in time. I'm going to the desk here. This is the official letter from the mayor. You can read that later. Okay. This is from the city, and on behalf of the city, I want to share this. On behalf of the city of Vestavia Hills, it's with great pleasure that I present to Steve Bendall this certificate of appreciation for your service on the Vestavia Hills Board of Education. Board of Education members have a long-standing tradition of providing vision for our school system and its students, and ensuring that system personnel have the resources needed to achieve that vision. Well, we are grateful for your devotion to the community of Vestavia Hills. Civic engagement of our volunteers is vital to assure a high quality of life in our city. The mayor, city council, and the residents deeply appreciate your dedication to this organization, and we wish you much success in the future. Now, I've got a special little something I wanted to give to Steve and council members. When I read this, this pertains to you too, because of the last few years that you've gone through. If you've never read The Man in the Arena by Teddy Roosevelt, I'm going to read it real quickly, but I had a copy of this on my office as an FBI agent for 25 years, and I brought it with me to City Hall, and I'm going to leave a copy with Steve. Here's how it goes. He says, "It is not the critic who counts. It's not the man who points how the strong man stumbled or where the doer of deeds could have done them better." Sound like the mask mandate? The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, maybe comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows the great enthusiasms, great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails daringly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. Steve, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
You may not put it on your wall, but think about it, and we really appreciate your service. Thank you. Kimberly, anything? Well, you know, for myself, Kimberly, and the other council members, Steve was our first selection to the school board, and you didn't let us down.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hang on. Vice President Williams got a few comments.
No, this is working.
Well, when you join a board, they tell you to expect lots of things. And I expected some things myself. One thing I did not expect was the friendships that I would find up here. So Steve and I would have probably never crossed paths any other way. Our kids are different ages. We live on different side of town. But there were more days than not I talked to Steve more than I talked to my husband. And so what I have found when working with Steve is I have never seen someone who has a greater love for this city than Mr. Bendall. This is not his first go around on a board. He served on our Park and Rec board and this board. And this board is not easy and it's not fun a lot of the times. But he has such a respect for this city, this community, and the school, and respecting the history, but wanting to push it forward in a way that honors the city and the kids in the school. And every decision he's made, every email he's sent, every conversation he's had has been for the betterment of the kids in the school and the faculty in the building. So it has been my true honor to work with you and form a friendship. It weighs like 500 pounds. Thank you.
I'll go. I think Steve, as Jen said, he just completely embodies Vestavia. Rebel spirit. If you want to meet the true rebel man, he is right here sitting down. He's just been such a team player and taught us all how to work so well together through hard times. Doesn't matter the aisle you were on, he treated everybody with respect and dignity, and it's okay to agree to disagree, and a lot of people don't do that anymore gracefully, and you did such an incredible job with that. I'm going to miss your magnetic personality. Like, you walk in a room and people just flock to you, and that's a gift from God, and it's amazing. And thanks for your service.
Thank you.
And being our friend. I hope you have quiet meals with Sheila now, where no one's interrupted.
Thank you.
But I appreciate you.
Thank you, Jack.
I will echo much of what Jennifer and Jacqueline said. Steve and I have served on the board together for the last 2 years. First year, much of that time was remote. So I didn't get to know Steve as much last year. This year, I've been able to observe, I guess, more at hand, close up and personal, so to speak. And what came across is exactly what they've said, is that Steve loves this city, loves this community, and loves our schools. And I think the example that Steve has set is when you love something, when you value something, when you treasure it, find a way to serve it, find a way to make it better. And Steve has done that, and done that in a way that's brought humor at times when we needed it. It's been some rough meetings, rough times, but Steve was always there with encouragement, with a little bit of humor, and as I said, with love and respect and desire to see this city improve and our schools continue to excel. It's just a great example for all of us. So thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And with me, our daughters did grow up together. We were the, back in 7, 8, 9-year-old football, we were the cheer dads that would have to respond to the cheerleaders when they would say, do this. And Steve and I would be the only ones yelling, back. So I appreciate his enthusiasm. He would actually nudge me to participate more. So, and so our friendship began long ago, but to my first year on the board, and I think Mayor Curry did it so beautifully in the arena, just how Steve was so in the moment and the right person at the right time. And I'm so grateful and thankful that he was our leader this past year. That the way he ran meetings and just the decorum and professionalism, and we've all seen videos of other meetings all across the country. And our meeting was the model for all school systems to follow. And that is because of our leader, Steve. And I'm so grateful for him, and just great job, and we're going to miss you.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it.
Steve, you want to talk about yourself?
Sure. Sorry, y'all got to sit through all this. I thought this was at the end. I appreciate the kind words from everybody. The community, we are truly blessed for the community that we have. The parents, the kids, I mean, y'all are all about the kids, and because you are, you're all about the schools and the teachers and the admins, which relays to us on the board in the central office here. So we're all very blessed. We know that many of you have prayed for us. Please continue to pray for this board, and to Jonathan, our new board member, who's being indoctrinated this evening. They're not all like this, Jonathan. But, I just want to say thank you to the city council. I appreciate you guys for having confidence in me and giving me a chance, and hopefully I've done you well and proven out well. To Dr. Freeman, I've got a list of things that we've done over the last 5 years. Hiring Dr. Freeman and interviewing Dr. Morton and getting him on board, and Dr. Rainey and Courtney, and the team. I think I started looking over things. I think maybe other than Mark and Kim, who appreciate you getting dressed up today, Mark. Thank you. I think y'all are probably the 2 veteran principals by tenure here. So there's, we've got a lot of new principals. Our newest one, Lauren, with lots of experience, but in school, is in attendance too. So, we're very fortunate and very blessed. I'd be remiss and probably in trouble if I didn't thank my wife, Sheila, who is actually sitting here on row 2. It's her first meeting in 5 years of meetings. And it's basically to make sure I don't open my mouth and volunteer to do something else. So I know she's here to check me. So we had a teacher retirement last week at Pizzitz, and Mayor Curry was there, and he walked up before the ceremony began and shook my hand, and as mayors tend to do, and smile at you. And next thing you know, the hand's going on the shoulder, and he's like, we need to start thinking and talking about what you can do next. And I told him, I said, Mayor, and y'all may not know, most of you, he was a lifelong career in the FBI. He was a sniper in the FBI. So very tough man. But I let him know, I said, Mayor, all of your FBI training could not save you from my wife if you tried talking me into something else. So thank you, Sheila, and thank you to all the spouses, because we know what they have to put up with for us. So with all that, thank you all very much. I've loved it. I've loved nearly every minute of it. And I've enjoyed the challenges, because I'm a guy that does like challenges, and will welcome a fight every now and then too. So with that, thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Sheila. Appreciate it very much. Nothing like kind words from your colleagues. Yeah, I said it all. Appreciate it. Another former board member is with us tonight, and she actually was a board member 2001 through 6. And Karen Odell is retiring as the CEO and president of the Chamber of Commerce. Steve, I'm looking at you, but I'm wondering if. Karen, there she is. Come on up, Karen. Come on up.
I was trying to hide in my chair.
So there's a lot of things that have happened over the 2001 period of time. In 2002, became the chairman CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, and the Chamber's grown in many different ways. Community newsletter that also features the school, among other entities. And what I think is great is the pie partnership, and so many other ways that Karen has been a partner to us and a friend to our school. And retiring is a great next step in life, but we're going to miss you. I really will miss the Chamber partnership that we have. I know we're going to continue with their next leader, but I just wanted to recognize for the work you've done in public service with us and with the Chamber. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. All right. Okay. Our next group that we want to recognize is our Science Olympiad team. So if you're with Miss Sutherland, I saw Miss Sutherland back here, bring your crew on up, Miss Sutherland. You've got to come too. All right. We have, I believe, 9 state champions on the Science Olympiad team. And all 9 are here tonight, but I'm going to call you out. Okay, if you're here, just let me know. So Science Olympiad, there you go. So, our Science Olympiad coach, I appreciate it. So just quickly, Science Olympiad is?
It is like the math team or the debate team, but for science. It's more like a science track mix. There's engineering, there's academics, and these kids do it all, and very well.
All right, good. Well, State champions, 9, as we said. So in astronomy, Susan Bascar, Raj. Hey, Susan, congratulations. Becca Maddox. All right. And in experimental design, we got Jane Bay. Jane's not here. Landon Rowling. Resentini Shanbo. Again,
It's your Sean.
Shantini. That's beautiful. Much better than I said. Rocks and Minerals, Jack Burris. With us, Hud Green. And in Trajectory, Klausner. These are our Science Olympiad state champions. All right, appreciate it. All right. Okay. Skills USA state competition winners are with us as well. Is Mr. Brooks?
It's not.
Yeah, that was, okay, do we have Science Olympic? We do though. Your science,
The
no,
skills.
Skills USA, come on up. We got a lot of state champions here. 4 of you in fact. With us, 3 of you are with us tonight. So tell us a little bit about Skills USA.
Skills USA is basically, it does a lot with trade, but particularly in art class, we do computer aided design or CAD. And so we work a lot on the computers. John Edward and I competed in additive manufacturing. He did technical design, and then we also had Erin who participated in architectural design, but she couldn't be here. And Mr. Brooks has really helped grow this program, and we work with 3D printers, and it's just a lot of fun. It's been a really great opportunity.
Good. So any takeaways you want to add to that? What you got this year? State champions in April, and you will do national competition in the summer in Atlanta.
Yes, so we are getting to go to nationals this year. We did last year, but the reason that makes it a little bit more fun this year is because, of course, we actually get to go somewhere. Whereas last year it was all at our school by ourselves on a Zoom call with a bunch of other people from around the nation. But it's going to be real fun this year, actually getting to go to Atlanta and do the whole experience of it. And we're just really excited.
Fantastic. It's just cold and hot. And you have to be Emery Price. Yes, spokesperson for the group. Good. Jonathan Gidley, our state champions in Skill USA. Congratulations. FBLA, Ms. Hickman. We have 1. Great. Come on up. Ms. Hickman, appreciate it. Ms. Hickman, we just recently in April completed the Future Business Leaders of America State Competition, and we have 2.
Okay.
Great, fantastic. Tell us a little bit about what our 2 winners have done.
So, you guys can tell what you did.
Okay.
So, well, there's a ton of events you can do related to business, and well, it goes from like advertising to marketing and stuff like that. I competed in economics, and so that's related to how the economy changes depending on certain variables and stuff. It was an online test; they couldn't do it in person, and yeah, that's basically it for mine.
And you got first place.
You're state champion, by the way.
Yes.
And then I took the securities and investment test. It was just an online test, just like this. I got first.
So you won state competition, nationals usually in June. Where's that going to be this year?
We're not going to win, but it's going to be in.
We win. We win.
That's right.
Patrick Melissa. All right. Patrick and Amit. Bob. Got it? Okay. Congratulations. State champions. Okay, our boys and girls tennis teams. So you're out and about. Come on up, boys and girls tennis teams. I see our coaches as well. All right, come on down this way. But you needed a lot more guys to win the state. Okay,
introductions, anything you want to comment you want to make to our state champion teams here?
Yeah, so the boys won the sectional meet that was at Hoover, advanced to state tournament in Mobile. They won the 3-court, 4-court, 5-court, 6-court, and swept the doubles. They won 1 doubles, 2 doubles, 3 doubles. This year we have 3 seniors, Drew Castleberry, Kyle Norris, and Ron Perlman. Ron could not be here today. But we're excited. We have 14 boys on the team. And looking forward to next year. We're returning 11. We'll add to that. And I know that this team these guys have already been working since the season has been over and continuing to train and not really taking any time off. So it's going to be exciting to see what they're able to continue to do next January when the season starts.
Fantastic. First time since 2013. Girls and boys have won the state tennis championship. Fantastic. Okay, let me get you to introduce yourself. Okay, we'll start.
I'm Emerson Cook. I was the 13th seed on the team. I'm Nancy. I was the 8th seed.
I'm Kate. I was the 3rd seed.
Cindy and I was the 1 seed.
I'm Kyle Norris. I played 3 doubles with Drew Castleberry over there, both seniors.
I'm Jake Anthony. I played the 1 seed.
I'm Ken Nelson. I played 4 seed. I'm John Michael Yanaski. I played the 2 seed.
I'm Collier Clemens.
We're off seed. I'm Luke Bendall. I'm Parker Liu. I'm Louis Close. I'm Ben Kushmiri. I'm Drew Castleberry. I played the 6 seed.
State champion tennis. Congratulations.
And circling back, I would just like, you can continue now, guys, but I just would like to say that in the group of tennis players, both female and the male, a number of multi-activities. So I know we've recognized the robotics and FBLA, but these students are involved in math team and debate. Cindy was a Bryant Jordan Scholar Athlete of the Year for this area. So not only do they do well, perform well in athletics, but they do well academically. So that's what we're really excited about.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for your comments. Appreciate it very much. Our boys golf team's with us as well. Thank you.
Boys golf. I don't see anymore back there.
Boys golf. Calling boys golf. I missed it on the links. I'm going to introduce them. Yeah, I think so. Coach Meadows. All right. Our boys golf team are repeat state champions. Second year in a row they did this, and they did it with a 5-stroke win over Auburn on the last day. It was very impressive and much appreciated on my part. And so I was very pleased to be able to last year and again this year, just to let you know who they are. Ward Harris was the top Vestavia player, finishing 3rd overall in the state. The 3 other players were juniors, Jay Clemmer, Andrew Zamella, and Parker Mullinger. And so that's 3 juniors coming back. Expectations. We'll be able to do this again. But congratulations to our boys golf team if you're watching. All right. And our last group tonight just got word last week that they've been recognized as a National School of Character. And board members, when I was interviewing and actually researching about the Vestavia City Schools 5 years ago, one of the things that stuck out to me was the golden rule at East. I just thought that was so cool, and it mirrored the district's beliefs and faith inspiring people's lives. I just thought that was very gravitating. And so this is not something new for East. They didn't just start being a character school. Actually, I've won this before, but we're acknowledged this week as one of 50, I think I've got that right, 50 schools that were given the award of a National School of Character. And so you might just share a little bit about Eagle, Mark, and what you did this year.
Well, our I guess our touchstone is the eagle. That's an old mascot that's been around a long time that we brought back. That stands for empathy, acceptance, grit, love, and excellence. They are our core values. They sort of tell the story of understanding the needs other people have, accepting other people no matter how they're different and make the commitment to meet the needs, even when it's hard, to use grit and the act of meeting that need, that act of acting in the best interest of another. That's the act of love. And then excellence is when you do it again and again. You're a trustworthy and responsible friend. So it tells a story. We're just trying to support parents with what they're already doing at home. And Mr. Bendall's made a play. That's why I dress like that.
Sure, use the kids, Mark. Use the
And I would
kids.
like to recognize our team that really helped make this happen. Elaine Graham here, Kelsey Brown, Brinkley Morrison, Catherine Bentley, Allison Charles, Emily Foster, Kristen Snable, and of course Cindy Eccles. So they made it all happen.
This is our third school in the district that has been recognized, and they're just doing great work. I really appreciate what Martin just said. This is what we consider as our role in just helping further what our parents do so well at home. And I appreciate the great work on it. Congratulations, team at East. Okay, now it's the right.
Can I interrupt you for just 1 second? I want to tip my hat to Dr. Freeman and to the team that he has built. And Mark and his crew could probably attest to this. A couple of years ago, we were having some challenges with golf balls that were coming in and landing at the East Elementary School. And so, as some people do, no offense to our attorneys on this side of the podium over here, people are mad. They're wanting to sue and do all this stuff. Well, Dr. Freeman and his team, they thought outside the box. They thought in ways that other people didn't. And they worked out a mutually beneficial situation between the country club and the school. And our golf teams benefited because they've been able to use Vestavia Country Club for practices and practice rounds and things like that. And we're looking at boys and girls state champions. So a little part of me wants to go back because they had to practice at the club. So just kind of want to let you know the type leadership that we have here. So,
Thank you all. So we might just have everybody stay. Now, Sheila, this would be the time to leave. Look, yeah, right. You need to leave. This is a good time. All right. We'll move to item 5, our financial statement. Ms. Brown.
Maybe I should apologize to all of you who stayed. Anyway, Steve, this is your last time to hear this speech, so.
I know.
Good afternoon, board members. I provided the April 2022 financial statements and check register for your review. As of April 2022, we have collected 94% of our budgeted ad valorem tax revenues compared to the 93% that we had received this time last year. At the end of April, our collections are 1.7 million above where they were at this time last year. And our total expenditures in the general fund as of April were 62.6% of the budget compared to 61% last year. In the 7th month of our fiscal year, all things being equal, we should be around 58% of our budgeted expenditures. Monthly financial statements and check registers are available for viewing on the board website after they are approved, and all board bank accounts have been reconciled as of April 30, 2022.
Ms. Courtney, board members, I recommend that you approve the financial statement for April 2022.
Board, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation for approval of financial statement for April 2022. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Courtney, again, thank you for all you do.
Item 6, I recommend the board approve consent items related to out-of-state field trips for Pizzitz Middle School and out-of-state overnight for Vestavia Hills High School.
Board, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation for approval of consent items. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. So now comes to a little bit of the business part here. So we have to come up with who wants to help run this thing next year. So let's see. Tricia actually gave me a little script here, so I'm going to go with this. Board, I will entertain a motion to nominate a new president of the board for the 2022-23 school year. Do I have Any nominations?
I would move that we nominate Jennifer Weaver, Service President for the 2022-2023 school year.
You thought he liked you.
Yeah.
Anybody, any others? Okay, I must ask that. Okay. All in favor of Jennifer Weaver serving as president for 2022-2023, say aye.
Aye.
The motion passes. Thank you. Actually, I probably need a second. Do I have a second on the nomination before Mr. Boone catches me on this?
Second.
Okay. And do I still have ayes? Thank you. Congratulations, Ms. Moore.
Thank you.
Now then, Vice President. Or do I have a nomination for the new Vice President of the board?
Yes, Mr. President, I would like to nominate Jacqueline Hudson as our next Vice President of the Vestavia Hills School Board.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Are there any other nominations? All right. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations, Jacqueline, for being Vice President.
What a team here,
I'm
right?
telling you that. Okay, next we have the board calendar for 2023, and I lobbied for a 3-month school. Do I have a motion for approval of 2022-23 school year calendar?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you. Board compensation. I can't vote on this one, but I really think y'all should think long and hard about this.
You're gonna double our salary?
Yeah. Do I have any motions to forego as tradition has for compensation for serving on the Board of Education?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Thank you, everybody.
Last business item, board members, I recommend that you approve the contract for program management services.
Board, you have heard the superintendent's recommendation for approval of the contract for program management services. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, board members.
Item 8, I recommend the board approve personnel items as submitted.
Board, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation for approval of personnel items as submitted. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. Dr. Martin, you have a look like you want to say something. No? Just wanted to catch you on guard.
20-minute presentation real quick.
Can you push it back to next month?
Next month, yeah.
Okay, so that concludes everything. Again, everybody, thank you very much. It's been an honor to serve our Board of Education in our community, and we've got a great team. So they're going to do a whole lot better than when I was here. I'm looking forward to watching everything. So, and let's introduce Jonathan.
So passing of the torch, Jonathan Andy's joining us with us tonight. Council approved Jonathan during the April council meetings, and Jonathan's got this kids at East, one at East, I believe. Two at East, and coaches recreational baseball, probably all kind of other things, but a business owner in town, and will be a great member of the team. And his first official meeting by law starts on the regular board meeting in June. So we look forward to having you with us, John.
Thank you.
Any comments you want to make? This is a speech required.
I'm looking forward to serving.
Good.
Well, that was short. That was good.
Good start.
And just so you know, when they all tell you the new guy has to serve on everything, that's not true. All right, with that, we're done, folks. This board meeting is over. Thank you.